At America's Space Center, Cape Kennedy, Florida, a most fantastic event is about to take place. On launching pad 13, the world's largest space rocket stands ready to blast off on an almost unbelievable experiment. It's night at Cape Kennedy, and all personnel are asleep, except a six-star general and America's top space scientist, Dr. Werner von Green. Von Green is making a final check of the mystery missile before the liftoff at dawn. Let's listen in.
You actually think this experiment will work, Dr. Von Green?
Of course, General. Don't you?
Well, I think it's ridiculous.
But, General, don't you believe in Einstein's theory?
Oh, I read all about Einstein's theory about space and time, but just plain horse sense tells me that it's impossible to go back in time. You can't turn back the clock. Today is today, and yesterday is gone forever, and that's the way the clock ticks.
But, General, remember what Einstein said. Time and space are not what you think they are. Watch. I will show you how Einstein worked his theory out mathematically. See? With S representing space, T representing time, and V representing the velocity of light. You take S times T, carry your V, multiply by the speed of sound, subtract your zip code number, add 10% for federal tax, and you got it. You got it?
Of course I got it. You don't think I got to be a six-star general being a meathead, do you? Just what was Einstein getting at?
Well, I will tell you. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, if we could travel through space faster than the speed of light, we could go backwards through time.
Back to yesterday?
Yeah, back years, centuries even.
Never mind yesterday. We've got to think of today. And today we've got to get this rocket ready for tomorrow.
Well, it seems we have a ship-shaped ship for the big experiment, General. Tomorrow, history will be made. Man will go back in time. Back through history.
Well, I'd better lock this control room hatch. After all, this rocket is the nation's top secret.
Oh, I hope the security guards are on the job tonight, General.
Don't worry, Dr. Von Green. There's nobody on pad 13 but you and me. And we're leaving.
General, what was that?
Probably mice.
That's not a mice, General. Listen. There's somebody in this rocket besides us.
Sounds like he's coming this way. Nobody's supposed to be in this rocket this time of night.
Maybe it's a saboteur or a foreign spy. And you know I can't stand foreigners.
Look, Dr. Von Green, the door. It's opening. Oh, who goes there? Who are you?
My name, Jose Jimenez. Who are you?
My name, General Never mind who I am. What are you doing in this rocket?
What am I doing in this rocket? I'll tell you what I am doing in this rocket. I'm walking. That's what I am doing in this rocket.
Working?
Yes, sir. I am a new janitor. Excuse me, General. Step back a little. Back a little more. I got to sweep this place real good, or I'll get balled out by LBJ.
LBJ? The LBJ?
No, not the LBJ. Just LBJ. You know him too, General?
Of course I know LBJ. He's my commander-in-chief.
Well, how about that? LBJ didn't tell me he had such an important job.
You mean you really know LBJ? The president?
Oh, no. I know LBJ, the head janitor here. Luis Benito Jimenez. He's my cousin.
Well, you can finish cleaning up around here, but be careful. This is a billion-dollar rocket.
Yeah, and remember, don't touch that red button on the control panel.
All right, Dr. Bonred. I won't touch the green button. All right, Dr. Von Green, I won't touch the red button.
Very well. I'll be back to lock the rocket up, soon as you sweep it out. Well, come on, Doctor.
Okay, Chanel.
I wonder why they told me not to touch that red button. And besides, what about if they got to tell me not to touch a button? I pay my taxes. They can't tell a United States citizen Jose Jimenez what to do. I'll show those guys. I'll touch this little red button if I want to. And I want to. What is that? What's happening? Oh, it sounds like the rocket is blasting off. Hey, how do you turn this thing off? Please help me. Hey, stop the rocket machine. Please get me out of here. Oh, get me down from here. I promise I won't push the little red button anymore. Honest and goodness.
Cape Kennedy, calling rocket ship X-13. Come in, X-13. Come in.
Come in? I would love to come in, but I can't find the reverse on this thing.
Cape Kennedy, calling the X-13. Do you read me?
Oh, yes, I read you, Mr. Kennedy.
Say, who are you?
Okay, who are you?
Never mind that. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Jose Jimenez.
Oh, no. Don't tell me it's the janitor.
Okay, I won't tell you it's the janitor.
Jose, what are you doing in that rocket ship?
What am I doing? Right now I'm doing about 30,000 miles an hour.
What? How did it happen?
And I cannot tell a lie. I did it with a little red button.
Well, you're in real trouble now, Jose. If you don't bring that rocket back to Cape Kennedy at once, you'll be arrested for swiping government property.
But Henry, I can't find the turnaround button.
Well, you'd better find it. According to our radar screen, you're going 100,000 miles an hour.
I am? Hey, that's a new record for me. Or maybe I better slow down. They might take away my driver's license.
What does your speed indicator say, Jose?
You mean this big clock thing with the little red arrows, Henry? It doesn't say anything. It just keeps whirling around and around.
What does it point to, Jose?
It points to 175,000 MPS. What is MPS, General?
Jose, that's 175,000 miles per second.
There goes my license.
Reaching the speed of light, Jose, you're going back in time. You're going back in history.
Going back where? Hello? Hello? Henry Brass? Hello? Operator, I think I've been disconnected. Henry Brass? Hello? Hello? I think he hung up. For goodness sake, now I got nobody to talk to. Well, then I'll talk to myself. Jose, why do you keep getting me into so much trouble? I'm sorry, Jose. Well, it's okay this time, Jose, but if you do it one more time, I'll never speak to you again, as long as I live. Whoops. Jose, why don't you quit talking and use your head? Think. Okay, Jose, I'm thinking. What are you thinking about, Jose? I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking, Jose. I think I'm going to cry. Oh, no, Jose, use your head. That's where I cry from. No, I mean, how did you get into this mess? It was very easy, Jose. I just pushed that little red button and swoosh. The rocket blasted off right into his face. Well, push one of the other buttons. Maybe it'll stop the rocket. Hey, that's a good idea, Jose. I'm glad I thought of it. But which button? I got it. I'll be scientific about it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Put your button and down I go. Jose, it worked. The rocket machine is slowing down. And now it's turning around. It's landing. Say, you are very clever. You landed. But where are we? Don't ask me. I'm a stranger here, too. Say, maybe this is Mars. Dinosaur creatures. This must be Mars. They don't have that kind of prehistoric dinosaur creatures on Earth. Oh, I'd better get back to the rocket ship. Help! Dinosaurs! Help! Help! Oh, they got me! Help!
What seems to be the trouble, stranger?
Seems to be. Can't you see this dinosaur creature got on top of me?
Oh, he wouldn't hurt you. Down, boy. Put the nice man down. Down, Dino.
How about that? You speak English, my native language.
Of course I speak English, like an Englishman.
Then this is not Mars?
Of course not. This is bedrock.
Bedrock? I never heard of a town called Bedrock. How long has it been here?
Well, it must have been here a long, long time. Our zip code is number 1. Say, I don't believe I've seen you in the neighborhood before, Mr. What's your name?
My name, Jose Jimenez. What's yours?
My name, I'm Fred Flintstone. What are you doing in these parts, Mr. Jimenez?
Well, these are the only parts I got.
Where'd you come from?
I came from Cape Kennedy.
Cape Kennedy?
Mm-hmm.
What's a Cape Kennedy?
That's where they launch rockets.
Rockets? And what, pray tell, is a rocket? A little rock?
No, silly strange person. That's how I got here, in a rocket. Come on over the hill. I'll show it to you. There. You see, that is a rocket, Mr. Flintstone.
Great balls of matzah. Wait till my pal Barney sees this. Barney! Hey, Barn! Come on over, quick! What do you do with that thing, Jose?
Well, you get in it, you close the door, you push the little red button, and switch! You wind up in a strange neighborhood. You travel in it. It flies.
Flies? Like a pterodactyl?
Like a bird, even. It's got a saber-toothed tiger in its tank.
What's up, Fred?
What's up? Never mind what's up. Look what just came down.
Oh, boy, Fred, that's really something. What is it, Fred?
That, Barn, is a rocket. It's supposed to fly.
Well, you'll never get it off the ground, Fred. No wings. Besides, it's too heavy. Whose is it?
Barn, this is the man who owns the rocket.
Oh, pleased to meet up with you, Mr.
My name is Jose Jimenez. If I'm not getting too pushy, what are you fellas doing running around in those lion skin bikinis? Are you going to a beach party? Or a masquerade?
That's a pretty strange-looking outfit you got on yourself, Jose. You from out of town?
Oh, yes, I live in Florida.
Florida? And where, pray tell, is Florida?
You never heard of Florida? Boy, you guys act like a couple of people from the Stone Ages.
Why not? This is the Stone Ages. Right, Fred?
Right, Barn. The stoniest.
That's impossible. According to my calendar wristwatch, this is 1966. But maybe that Mr. Einstein was right. Maybe I did go back in time.
Say, who is this guy Einstein? And what's all this nonsense about back in time?
Yeah, Jose. What's all this double talk?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't even understand all I know about it myself. But I am back in time. Back to the days of dinosaurs and prehistoric caveman people.
Oh, Jose, he's flipped. He's talking through his hat.
Yeah, Fred. He hasn't even got a hat.
Maybe we ought to take our mixed-up friend Jose over to the house, Barn. Wilma could fix him up a bowl of hot brontosaurus broth, and he'd feel a lot better.
But, cave people, you'll understand. I'm telling you the truth. I did leave Cape Kennedy by rocket ship 1,000,000 years from now. I flew back in time.
In time for what?
Well, this guy talks like a man with a paper necktie.
Well, you just come on into the rocket and I'll try to explain how it happened.
Well, I would like to know what you're talking about, Jose. Come on, Barn.
After you, Fred. Hey, Fred, look at all the funny gadgets.
Boy, wait till the boys at the rock pit hear about this. But maybe this whole thing is just a dream, Barn.
There's one good way to find out, Fred.
Yow! Barney, what's the idea of pinching me?
I just want to see if it was a dream, Fred.
Barn, I don't know what to think.
Then let me tell you what to think. I'll show you exactly how the whole thing happened. You see, in 1966, I was at Cape Kennedy working on this rocket. Dr. Von Green told me not to touch this little red button here. But I thought he was kidding, so I touched the little red button.
Like this?
Oh, Barney, now look what you did. You started the rocket.
Let's get out of here, Barney. It sounds like it's going to explode.
Follow me, Fred.
Wait, it's too late. We're blasting off.
I don't care what you say, Jose. I'm blasting out.
But you can't get out.
And why not?
See that little green ball down there?
You mean that little green apple?
That's not a little green apple, Fred. That's the Earth.
The Earth? You mean? Home, sweet home?
That's right.
I'm getting homesick already, Fred.
Me too, Bon. Jose, you're just gonna have to turn this thing around and take me and Bonnie home.
I'd love to, Fred, but I can't.
What do you mean you can't? You're a rocket jockey, ain't you?
Me, I don't know anything about hockeying rockets.
Didn't you say you were working at Cape Kennedy?
Oh, sure, but I wasn't working on rockets. I was working as a janitor.
A janitor?
How do you like that, Bon? Here we are, 1,000,000 miles from home in a runaway rocket, and our pilot, Jose, is a janitor. Wilma! Where's this rocket ship headed, Jose?
Where is this rocket ship headed, Jose? How do I know where this rocket ship is headed, Jose?
Well, what do those instruments say?
Well, this big round one is going, and the little square one here says tick, 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 and this little teeny one is sort of doing a switch on tick, tick. It's sort of talk, talk.
Oh, brother. Bonnie, we've been in a lot of trouble in our day, but this time we're in a real mess. Here we are thousands of miles above the Earth in a pilotless rocket driven by a nut from outer space.
It could be worse, Fred.
How could it possibly be worse, Bon?
Well, we could be up here without the rocket.
Bonnie, how can you laugh at a time like this? We're going thousands of miles an hour, and we don't even know where we're going.
Oh, I hadn't thought of it like that, Fred. Just where are we going, Jose?
Where are we going? I don't even know where we've been.
You think this rocket is going back to Cape Kennedy, Jose?
Oh, I hope so. I left my car double parked.
Well, I don't hope so.
Why not?
Didn't you say you left Cape Kennedy 1,000,000 years ago?
Well, that was about 1,000,000 years ago. My watch might be just a little slow.
Well, do you realize what happens to Bonnie and me if this rocket does go forward in time 1,000,000 years?
No, what would happen?
Well, it would make Bonnie and me 1,000,000 years old.
That's right, Fred. And Wilma wouldn't want to be married to a man 1,000,000 years old.
Wilma, Bonnie, do you realize that this rocket might be taking us where we'll never see Wilma or Betty again?
Yeah. Or Pebbles. Or Bam Bam.
Or Dino? Jose, you gotta turn this rocket around and take us home before it's too late.
But I told you, I don't know anything about rockets. I'm a janitor by profession.
Jose, would you say that you don't even know whether we're going farther back in time or into the future?
Okay, I'll say that. I don't know whether we're going farther back into time.
Now cut that out!
We might go so far back, we wouldn't even be born yet.
Right now, that sounds like the nicest thing that could happen to us.
We gotta find out which way we're going.
I've got it. Maybe if we land this thing, we could find out whether we're still in the Stone Ages or in the 20th century.
That's right, Fred. Then we know where we are and when we are.
Wilma will be worried sick. I didn't tell her I was going out of town. Jose, land this hunk of junk.
I'd love to land this junk of hunk, but I don't know how to land this junk of hunk.
Well, how did you land it back in bedrock?
That was easy. I closed my eyes. I said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, touch a button, and down I go. Then I touch the buttons, like this.
Bonnie, we're going down.
Yeah, Fred. But down where?
How do I know? But we'll soon find out.
We made it.
Yeah. Now all we gotta do is step out of this rocket and see where we are.
Oh, yes. I'd give all the tea in China to know where we are. Quit pushing, fellows.
Hey, Fred. You see what I see?
Yeah. It looks like a whole town full of Chinese laundries.
We must be in Chinatown. Look at that sign over there. It says, you must be in Chinatown.
There's another sign. Says, Fu Manchu Cafe, Egg Foo Young a Go-Go.
Well, there's one good way to find out where we are. Here comes one of the natives. I'll ask him. Pardon me, my good man, but could you tell us where we are?
Well, Fred, what did he say?
I couldn't quite make it out. He has a terrible accent.
Oh, you sillies. Don't you know what he said? He said, that's what he said.
Hey, Fred, look at the crowd in front of that building.
Yeah, let's go see what's going on.
That looks like a college professor lecturing to his students. I'll ask him where we are. How to be college professor lecturing to your students? Do you speak English?
Yes, honored stranger. This miserable philosopher speaks very good English, like Englishman.
Oh, are you a philosophy person?
Have you not heard of world's greatest philosopher, Confucius?
Oh, yes, Mr. Confucius. I read a lot of your philosophy.
You read books of Confucius?
Well, no, but I read an awful lot of your fortune cookies.
Very good. This one flattered.
Hey, Fred, Barney, come over here. I want you to meet the world's greatest philosophy person, Confucius.
Glad to know you, Mr. Confusion.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Mr. Confusion, since you are the world's greatest thinker, could you give us some of your great philosophy?
Oh yes, most happy. Confucius say, it is better to be rich and healthy than to be poor and sick.
Oh, I wish I'd said that. This guy makes a lot of sense.
Also, Confucius say, a man with butter on head should not go out in hot sun.
Excuse me, but does that hold true for the lower price spread also?
Also, Confucius say, never slap a man in face while he is chewing tobacco.
I think I'll write that one down.
Mr. Confusion, can you tell us where we are?
Yes, this is my university, USC.
USC, University of Southern California?
Oh no, correction please. University of Southern China.
China? What year is it now, Mr. Confucius?
Very sorry, Confucius can answer no more questions. It is time for my class in chemistry. Students, today I will invent firecrackers. Observe, I take 1 cup of saltpeter, potassium nitrate, add pinch of charcoal, throw in dash of sulfur. Now I light match and cut out.
What was that?
So sorry, Confucius Bobo, add too much saltpeter.
We better get back to that rocket before he invents dynamite.
I'm way ahead of you, Jose.
Hey, fellas, wait for me.
Close the door, man. It's button pushing time.
I know we're in trouble, Fred, but no use crying.
Crying? Who's crying? That's just a post-nasal drip.
I'm sorry, Fred.
You gotta admit, Bond, we're in a real mess. We'll never make it back to bedrock.
Hey, Jose, where are we now?
Well, let's see. According to the instruments on this panel, we are still in the rocket.
Oh, why don't we land this thing again and see where we are?
Okay, fasten your seatbelts.
Well, Jose, where are we now?
We must be in Rome. Look at that sign. It says, you must be in Rome.
There's another sign that says, Julius Caesar's Pizza Palace. And here comes a man and his girlfriend. Ask him where we're at.
Are you kidding? That's Anthony and Cleopatra. Oh boy, maybe I can get their autographs. You, Anthony and Cleopatra.
You who'd?
Yes, sir.
And who are you?
My name, Jose Jimenez. I am one of your fans. Could I please have your autograph?
Why not? Here, I'll sign your autograph book.
Oh, thank you. Could I have your autograph too, Miss Cleopatra?
Why not, doll?
Thank you very much. Oh, you signed my book, Anthony and Cleopatra.
Well, what did you expect us to sign?
You mean you are the real Anthony and Cleopatra?
We're not Batman and Robin, sweetie.
I say, what's wrong? You act disappointed.
I am. I thought you were Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor.
Well, Jose, did you find out where we are?
We're in Rome, all right. Hey, let's start doing what they do.
Hey, Jose, who's the fat guy with the fiddle?
Not so loud, Bon. He's coming this way. Pardon me, but do any of you gentlemen have a match?
I'm sorry, I don't have a match, but I have a lighter.
May I borrow it?
Of course, here.
Thank you. Thank you. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. La 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 la. Did you notice a glassy look in that guy's eyes?
Yeah, Fred. Looks like he's up to something.
Look, he's painting a sign in front of that store.
Yeah, it says, watch for big fire sale, starting soon. Shee.
Wait a minute. I remember who that guy is. I read about him in the history books. That's Nero.
Nero?
Yes, that's the guy that fiddled around while Rome burned.
Hey, Fred, look. That Nero guy's a firebug. He's setting Rome on fire.
Yeah, the whole town's on fire.
Yeah, that Nero plays a hot fiddle.
There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. La, 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 la. Let's get out of here before the whole place goes up in smoke.
Maybe I shouldn't have given Nero my lighter.
We're getting farther and farther away from bedrock every minute.
But we're getting closer and closer to Cape Kennedy.
Are you going to stand there, Jose, and tell me we'll never make it back to bedrock?
No, Fred, I'm going to sit down and tell you.
Boy, if I'd have known I was going to be gone a million years, I'd have brought a lunch.
Maybe we ought to land this time machine again, Fred. Maybe we could find something to eat.
What have we got to lose? Jose, push the button that lands this thing.
I got a better idea. I'll push the button that lands this thing.
Jose, watch where you're landing this rocket.
You're missing the ground, Jose. You're dropping us in the ocean.
Do I tell you how to run your business?
At least try to land on the beach, Jose.
Okay, I'll try. Well, here we are, wherever that is.
Frankly, all beaches look alike to me.
That's right. We might be in Africa or Australia or... Look, over there, a ship.
Cruise ships, and they're dropping anchor.
Well, now we'll find out where we are.
Ahoy! Ahoy there! Yoo-hoo! Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Let's go over and ask those sailors where we are.
Oh, he got the captain now.
Ahoy, mates. My name is Chris. Chris Colombo.
Christopher Columbus?
Ah, you heard about me?
Are you kidding, Mr. Columbus? I read about you in the history book.
I am the skipper of the Nina and the Pinta.
Wait a minute. What happened to the Santa Maria?
It's a sad story. We come to the edge of the world, and the Santa Maria, she's a fall off.
Oh, that's too bad, Mr. Columbus. But don't cry. Matter of fact, you should be happy. You just discovered America.
Listen, what's the matter, you? Is there no such a country as America? This is India. My map is never wrong.
But Mr. Columbus, this isn't India.
I'm going to prove it to you. This is India. I'm going to ask this native coming down the beach. Excuse me, friend. What nationality are you?
Me, big Indian.
How about it? You say he's an Indian. I'm going to tell you this is India.
Oh, pale face. Me, honest Indian, used island dealer. You like buy 'em Manhattan Island, sell 'em cheap, only $24.
Oh, Mr. Columbus, don't do it. They got a water shortage.
$24. A water shortage. What's the matter, you? What do you think I am? A tourist?
Pale face, plenty cheapskate.
Well, I got to sail back to Spain and tell Queen Isabella the good news. You know, about discovering a new route to India.
Adios, Mr. Columbus,
So long, Columbus.
Bye, Chris. Arrivederci. And aloha.
Well, Jose, what was that all about?
That was Christopher Columbus, the man who discovered America. Well, he didn't really discover America. A Viking named Leif Erikson was here first. But I didn't have the heart to tell poor old Chris.
Yeah, why rub it in?
Well, anyway, we found out what year it is. 1492.
Yeah, and that's not a good year for any of us. We either got to go back to the Stone Age or forward to the 20th century.
Well, what are we waiting for? Everybody back in the rocket.
On aboard!
Well, Chris Columbus of the rocket set, don't tell me we're still lost.
Okay, Fred, I won't tell you.
Wow. Yeah, look how fast we're going, Fred. 280,000 miles a second.
Yeah, and I didn't even let the clutch out yet. Boy, that tiger in our tank must be pooped.
Maybe we better land again and see what year it is.
Okay, but I hope we don't get back to Cape Kennedy until Tuesday.
Why Tuesday, Jose?
Because I got a dental appointment on Monday. Okay, fasten your seatbelts.
Well, I don't know where we are, Bon, but we're not in bedrock.
Hey, Fred, look. There's an old man over there on top of that hill.
You mean that old guy flying that kite?
Must be some kind of a nut trying to fly a kite in this storm.
Well, maybe he can tell us where we are.
I run over and ask him. Excuse me, my good person. I don't like to be nosy, but why are you flying a kite in such a storm?
Well, son, to tell you the truth, it's my wife's idea, actually.
Your wife's idea?
Yeah, you see, we got into a little rhubarb this morning, and she told me to go fly a kite.
But what's that key hanging on the kite for?
That's part of my invention, son.
Your invention?
Well, can't you see? I'm inventing the world's first electric kite.
Electric kite? How shocking.
I was just joshing, actually. It's a new gadget that will furnish power to run motors and furnish light and like that, you know.
Really? What are you going to call your new invention?
Well, I thought I'd call it electricity.
Why call it the electricity? Why not give it a simple name like, let's see, like Clyde?
Clyde? That'd be silly.
Silly?
Well, certainly. I mean, suppose you failed to pay your light bill and the company would send out a man to cut off your Clyde?
Yes, that would be silly.
Of course it is. Very silly. Now, I've got a theory that there's electric power in lightning. So what I do, I tie this metal key to the kite wire, and then when lightning strikes the key, the electricity runs down the kite wire and... That tingles.
It works! You invented Clyde. I mean electricity.
That's right. I mean, someday I'll be famous. Teenagers all over the world will remember old Ben Franklin, the father of the electric guitar.
Just think, the father of the electric guitar. Well, so long, Daddy.
Well, Jose, did you find out where we are?
Well, we must be in Philadelphia. See that sign over there? It says,
You must be in Philadelphia.
That means it's only 1752. We still got a long, long way to go to get to 1966.
Well, back in the old rocket ship.
So long, Daddy. Don't play your electric guitar in the bathtub.
Well, at least we know we're going forward this time.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah, but we're getting farther and farther from bedrock.
Hey, what's that gadget with all the numbers on it?
You mean this dial pointing to 1876?
1876? Maybe that means it's the year 1876.
Well, sure.
Now, all we got to do is watch the gauge, and when it says 1966, we drop down and you're home.
Please, Fred, don't use that word drop down.
We're not far from 1966. Look,
Let's see what the gauge says. 1945, 1946, 1947, 48, 49...
Jose, we made it.
1962, 1963, 64, 65. I better get ready to land this thing.
Jose, what's up?
Oh, for goodness sake, there's something wrong with the stepped-up hydraulic double dynamo reversible boosters.
What does that mean?
We got no brakes.
Jose, are we landing kind of fast like?
You might say that.
Jose, we're going to crash. Can't you slow this thing down?
I told you we ran out of stepped-up hydraulic double dynamo reversible boosters.
You mean there's nothing to break our fall?
Oh, yes, there's something to break our fall, all right.
Well, Pony, it looks like this is it.
Yeah, Fred, we come to the end of the line.
Pony! Jose! Look out! Jose! Jose Jimenez!
Oh, Henry, we landed on you. Oh, I hope we didn't hurt anything important.
What are you talking about, Jose?
Well, General, it's a long story. I accidentally touched that little red button, and swoosh! The time rocket blasted off, and I was going 270,000 miles an hour. And when I landed, I was back in the Stone Ages with Freddie Flintstone and Barney Rubble.
Jose, get your mop and your broom and get out of here. You're fired.
That's okay, General. I don't blame you for firing me, crashing a brand new rocket.
Crashing what rocket? Jose, I'm firing you for sleeping on the job.
Sleeping? You mean...
Right, Jose. You fell asleep reading a Flintstone comic book.
And you fired me for that?
No, but you were reading my comic book. And besides, you lost my place.
Don't worry, all you nice listening people. On the next record, I get my job back.